Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Hobo Plays TimeGuessr. Got a pretty good score yesterday, let's see if we can keep that ball rolling. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. Okay, this looks like the US. Vine Street and Hollywood. Okay, so we're in the Hollywood area. Is this Hollywood Boulevard? Probably, I can't see what it says behind there. We'd probably be able to find that. 3 Catalina trips. Catalina just reminds me of Step Brothers. It's the Catalina wine mixer, which was set in LA, I believe. So let's see. British troops cross channel, attack Nazis. Okay, so that helps us date it. We're during World War II. This must be before the Americans joined, so it's not D-Day. It's prior to D-Day, so it's the original invasion. Well, not invasion, Britain entering France. So it would be 39 to 40, really. I think 40 was the majority of the soldiers. That fits with this car back here as well. Yeah, I think that pretty much does. So I think I'll say 1940. So let's see if we can find Hollywood and Vine Street in LA. We know where Hollywood is, obviously. Hollywood Boulevard is up here. Is this Hollywood? No, that's Hollywood Boulevard. I'll have to look all the way along this. It might take a bit of time. Let's see if we can find Vine Street. I think we'll stay in this area. Don't know how long this is going to take to find. I might skip it if it takes too long. Where is... That's the problem when some of these streets aren't labelled, so you have to zoom right in. No, Cherokee Avenue. Richard Boulevard, this one. Nope. O'Connor Boulevard, Ivor Street. Vine Street. Okay, so we're on this corner, or somewhere on this junction. I'm not sure which side, so we'll just go to the centre of the junction. That should be fine. And we're happy with 1940. I think given that it has to be around then anyway, even 1 year off at most. Okay, let's go for it. Oh, bang on. Perfect score. I hadn't had one of them for a while. Okay, view of pedestrians on a street corner in Los Angeles during World War II. Okay, next round. Okay, we have Cyrillic. We have flag here. I believe that is Tajikistan, which matches for the Cyrillic. Some kind of phone company. Let's have a look. Says Moscow. Is this a bus company or something like that, or a taxi company? Kiev down there. Yeah, we're definitely in Tajikistan. I'd say this is pretty modern actually, but we'll probably just go in the capital, which is, what's it called? Dushanbe, is it, or something like that? Yes, Dushanbe. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this, but probably fairly central. I've been wrong a few times in this country, but we'll go for it. We'll just go in the middle here. Now, what year? What are they advertising here? 200 megabytes of data, I assume. So it's not present day, because that would not be enough. Also 50 megabytes. So... must be a few years ago at least. Any phones visible? Yeah, this woman is on a phone. Not really helping me though. Anyone else? Cars are very deceptive in this part of the world. I'm always struggling with them. None of these are helpful because none of them are present to this time. They're all quite old. So you've got what looks like a larder over here. It's not helpful at all. Who's this tennis player? I don't know tennis players enough to know that. Something about football as well. I think 2016, 2017 with this kind of amount of data. Must be on 3G before 4G, I would think. Does it mention whether it's 3G? No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. There's no dates snuck in down here. We do have dates, but it's not 2011, 2010. Can't be that early. You wouldn't have even that much data back then. Is this guy on the phone? He is on the phone, but again, can't really see it. I think I'm going to go 2016. Let's go for it. That was my original guess. Let's go there. Oh, yes, it is 2016, and we were pretty close, 2 kilometers away. Sorry, I just bumped my microphone. A street scene in Tajik capital, Dushanbe. Okay, so we were this area. Don't think we'd work that out. Okay, next round. Okay, we're driving left. Can we see this? Victoria Garden State. So it's Australia, it's Victoria. More than likely Melbourne then. Any clues to the street? There's a sign over here. Looks like it could say Collins. Possibly. Any others? No, there's another street sign here. Yeah, it does say Collins Street. So we probably can find that. This looks like a train station. With the arches like this, tends to be pretty typical in a train station. So we've had a train station in Melbourne before. I don't think it looked like that though, so I'm not sure if it's the same station. Right, I know there's a few stations in Melbourne because I've looked for them before. There's this one, North Melbourne. Let's have a look at the satellite view, might help us. No. Although we can look for Collins Street as well. That'll probably help us down. Oh, Collins Street Precinct. That's quite a helpful sign there. So where is Collins Street? Little Collins Street and Collins Street. Okay, so we must be on that near this junction. Where's the train station? Oh, this is the station we had before, Flinders Station. But maybe we were looking at a different part. We were on this corner, I remember that, because I got the exact location. We must be looking at this building here, or this part of the building, this tower here. So we can see how many intersections. It does say we're on Collins Street, so that would mean we've got this intersection, and then that would make sense. Do we have another intersection ahead of us? Is there any buildings still here? Definitely this is Collins Street going this way. There's not another Collins Street. Let's just double check because there was a little Collins Street. And that's Flinders now, so it can't be there. So we must be just back from this junction. Let me click over here. Not too far back, but we're not on the junction itself. And we have a tram line running down, which helps confirm it. Okay, the year here. Australian cars are very difficult. I don't know many of them at all, and they don't really share many cars with Europe. They tend to have like Holdens and a lot of Japanese cars. Yeah, this is a Datsun, so a Nissan essentially, I think. Not really sure. Any flares? It has a 70s-ish feel almost, the graininess of the photo. No flares though. Possibly here. The cars kind of look 70s. We could be late 70s, early 80s here. Any big glasses or anything like that? Not really anything to go off. No obvious dates displayed. No. I think I'm going to say 1980 exactly here. I think that fits with this. Feels late 70s, early 80s to me. So let's go on, bang on 1980. Oh, 79, and we were not on that corner? That can't be right. Unless they can't, because we definitely have Collins Street in front of us. This is Collins Street. So how is that Flinders? There must be another one. Unless the streets have changed. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not sure. I can't tell if there is a junction here or not, though. That's what I was thinking. It kind of does make sense, but the street names are confusing there. If someone knows why that street is labelled here when it shouldn't be, I'm not sure. Okay, a view towards Flinders Street Station, Clock Tower in Melbourne, Australia. So 1 year off, not bad. Okay, this is Puerto Rico. I sometimes get confused between Cuba and Puerto Rico, but I'm pretty sure that's Puerto Rico. And yeah, Puerto Rico, the baseball team there, you can see. This will be the old town, which I have been to, although a long time ago, like 2002 maybe I was there. But we do have a lot of phones here, so this looks like a pretty modern photo to me. Not sure if it's anything to do with, I know Puerto Rico has been in the news the past couple of days because of the Trump rally, but don't think this is anything to do with it. It looks more like a parade of some sort. So we must be in the old town. Can we see a street name just in case? Because I might be able to find this. We have something here. Yeah, we're in San Juan, obviously. And then it says San something, but I don't know what that is. Just a business name would be nice. We're on a pretty good score here. I think not quite personal best, unfortunately, already. With that 1 year off in the last round. Rodriguez. Not really a helpful business name. We have a bar here. We might be able to find that, but I can't see a street name. Anything down the end of the street that would help? No, not really. It's a fairly straight street though, so that might help us. The old town of San Juan isn't very big. Here we go. Old town is up here. So we're probably on one of these streets, I would say. Just looking at the direction of them and the straightness of them. We'll just go here for the moment. What was this thing that I was looking for? Just going to look for that word and see if it pops out anywhere. I don't know if it's going to be marked on Google Maps or not. It's quite unlikely, I think. I don't think all the businesses are going to be listed here, if that even is a business. No, I'm not seeing it. Unless I go in a bit further. No. Well, let's just go on this street. We can see down a long street, so down here. There is a cathedral down here. Do we see a cathedral? Don't think we do. Although we could be looking the other way down the street, so I might be better off going a bit closer to the center of the long street. And I think I'm going to go present day here. Looking at the phones. There's a lot of phones, and they seem fairly large in screen, which is pretty modern. A lot of what looks like fairly modern iPhones. If I can see the back of the phones, it's easier to identify them, but yeah, that's a 4-camera or at least a 3-camera iPhone, I think. So I'm thinking this is this year. Let's go for it. Yes, and we were not on that street. We were over here. A bit higher up here. That makes sense. Do we see that business? No. Our favourite bar. I didn't see the name of that bar. I can see there is a bar here, but I didn't see the name of it. So it's not too bad though. Pretty good location and perfect year. So a group of cabezudos procession giants performing on the streets of San Juan. Okay. Okay, last round is this. Yep. Okay, looks French. 3 Essay Nouveau. Carrefour, definitely. Le Canard. It's definitely French. 70s fashion. Definitely 70s fashion. Don't know if it's early or late. I can't. There may be a date to pull out of these, but I don't really know. It's not the highest quality image. Probably earlier 70s, I think. It's gonna be Paris, surely. Let's see, the building's quite tall, so it would make me think Paris. Don't know if there's any actual newspapers that say the city, though. Wall Street doesn't help. Wall Street's in the news. There's Nixon. Okay. So Nixon's Palace Guards. So Nixon was president from, was it 68? Yeah, 68. I don't know how many terms he served. Was it 1 or 2? Well, obviously he was impeached, but I don't know whether he was impeached into a second term. There's some nudie mags there. A Playboy magazine. But if Nixon was impeached, I think didn't serve 2 terms. So I'm thinking this is definitely early 70s. We tend to get rounds in the early 70s with Nixon anyway. With that fashion, I think we'll go 71. And I'm just going to say Paris because there's no way I can identify this. It could be any city really, but I'm hoping it's Paris. They have these kind of kiosks, newspaper kiosks around Paris. Well, they did when I was a kid and went there. We'll just go central. Could we be by the river? Impossible to say. Let's go for it. It was 70 and yes, we were in Paris at least. We were over here near the Arc de Triomphe. Didn't see that in the background. Okay, French actress Jane Birkin, as in the Birkin bags, I don't know, buying magazines from newsstands in Paris. Okay. Final score, very good score. It's going to be hard to beat that one. 49,754. Let's have a look at the breakdown, see where we lost those points. Perfect score in LA. It was easy location, just took the time to find it. And yeah, it was really only going to be 39 or 40 there. Next one, perfect year again in Dushanbe. Location was difficult though. And just the distance that I was off there is enough to take me off my personal best score. So I have to get those locations exact. Then 1 year off in Australia. Still a bit confused about the street names on that. Odd one. And then perfect year in San Juan, but again only 6 points lost because of that location. And then the last one, 1 year off in Paris. I lost the most points on that round actually. Okay, let's have a look at the leaderboard. I am playing a bit earlier today, so there might not be as many people on the leaderboard. I'm up there. Relander, very close to me. I thought you might be up there with me. Just 700 points behind. It's probably just some your guesses because I'm pretty sure you've got all those locations. Wacko, we'll just call you Wacko because it's easier to say. 45,800, very good score. Figbug, 44,900, very good. Fridge, 44, and Panda, 42. Everyone with a pretty good score there. Okay, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.